We'll go ahead and get started here. Today, the format was game-like situations. There was not hardly any full contact, but we tried to create as many scenarios and situations that will either occur in the first game or sometime during the season. We had coaches on headsets. We had a full officiating crew here. You know, I thought for the most part we're pretty clean, but some of the things I was disappointed in, we had a couple misalignments and the illegal shifts that we need to clean up. On a positive note, I thought Josh really threw the ball well today. You know, it was against the scout teams, but he was on point pretty much, and I think we've got a very capable group of wide receivers. That's okay, sorry. Defensively, the things that we were looking for is just having all the guys in the right spot. We didn't take anybody down, but all the right run fits and things like that. You know, we did exclusive Northern Illinois stuff, and so making sure everybody's in the right spot was important. I think the kicking game was a little bit of a mixed bag. You know, we had some good kickoffs. I don't know, I think we missed a field goal. So I was a little bit disappointed. That was very much a makeable field goal. No one was injured, so make note of that. Also like to release the captains that we have. Over on offense, Chase Roulier. If you need a pin.
No, I found it.
Okay, there you go. Chase Roulier. Geez, why in the world am I forgetting all this? I don't know. I'm the guys. Josh Allen's another guy, and Jake Hollister. Over on defense, Lucas Waka and Marcus Epps are our captains. So I feel good about those guys. Kind of a sprinkling of some upperclassmen and some underclassmen. And we've had good leadership. You know, we've had good focus as a football team, and so we appreciate those guys. So it's kind of an opening statement. I know it's a little bit of a mouthful, so questions by you guys.
Craig, you said you didn't take, no full contact, or you mentioned Josh throwing the ball well. Anything else stand out?
Some takes?
Player-wise, I guess.
Yeah, you know what, I thought Austin Conway did some good things out there again today in the return game, so we're pleased with him. I thought Jake Hollister really did some nice things from a receiving standpoint. Tanner Gentry did as well. Ryan Cummings is improving his game. You know, I thought he was on point with a lot of stuff. The other guys showed up a lot. I think Rico Gafford had 2 picks, and they would have been 2 pick sixes. So encouraged about that.
Is it all, like ones versus scout team, or was there ones versus ones at all? Or
no, there was no ones versus ones. We've had quite a bit of full live work. It was all strictly scout, and it was all game. Scout team was on the one side, our team was on the other. And as a coach, you always have a choice to go full contact and then play the game like it is. But there's so many situations that sometimes don't get created. We want to show our offense. What do they do when we're coming off the 1 yard line? What's our defense do if it's 4th and 1 and somebody tries to have you jump off sides, kicking plays, last play of the game. It was a full gamut of stuff. And sometimes you'd say, well, it doesn't look like the fur's really flying. No, it wasn't, but there was a lot of situations that we needed to cover. We still have a young team, and anytime you have a young team, you have a responsibility to put them in the right place to have some teachable moments.
Overall, health-wise, are you happy with where the team's at coming out of camp?
Yeah, there's a lot fewer red shirts, and that's part of what you do as a coach. Make sure by the time you get into that first game, you're going to have pretty much your full lineups. I don't see anybody that's going to be not available for a first game. Certainly we've got another week of practice, and we're going to have a full padded practice on Monday. Mm-hmm. But I'm in hopes that we just are going to be very healthy.
Craig, overall, you've been through a lot of fall camps before, and you mentioned this is still a young team, but was this a good camp? Did you get accomplished what you want to, and how do you feel about this team, going forward now into game week?
Right. I like the team. We like the team. I like the team. We're still a work in progress, but there's progress that's made, Robert. I think the attention to detail for fall camp has been good, even though they're young. Guys are more focused, more bought in. I think we have more athleticism. Certainly injuries are going to come into play with this football team as we move forward. Really pleased with the progression of our quarterback play, and I think that's going to be a big element. With the running backs, they look good, but so much of the running back evaluation is going to be, can they break tons of tackles? And we've seen good things from Brian and Sean, and we're anticipating that. It was great to see Andrew Wingard. He's been full speed. we got that secondary intact. So, yeah, I'm pleased.
Are the guys with the concussions back as well, or will they be back before the game?
Alex Stewart was out, still today,
Mhm.
but Jace Webb was back, so we've had one
Mhm.
that's out. And last year, I think we had 11 or 13 concussions at this time. This year, we've had 2.
Mhm.
And so, made some progress here.
Craig, as far as your young guys or newcomers, I
Mhm.
mean, I know you still got some time to evaluate them, but do you know at least of a handful or some guys that you probably will play, whether they, backup roles or even on special teams? Do you have an idea yet?
Yeah, we do. I'll probably forget a couple guys, but, I don't think Rico Gafford, even though he's not a freshman, but he'll be playing. That was probably obvious. But Elijah Halliburton is a guy that will probably be playing in some situations. We look at John O'Qualley as another guy, as a receiver that we think is going to see the field. And I'm remiss on a couple. It's not as many as what we had the previous year, but there's still some more that
Is
are going to be.
Cash one of them?
Yeah, Cash Malago is going to be one of those guys too. Thanks for reminding me of that.
Maybe Cooper too.
Yeah.
Always one of them.
I like it. I like it, all right. You want to borrow my pen? He's a reporter. What happened to the old guys that just wrote stuff down? They're still around.
They're right, he's right there.
No, getting back, just a general comment, though, we're making progress as a football team, and I'm really excited to be their head football coach as we move into the season. There is no doubt there's going to be some bumps, but it's going to be important that we continue to move forward. Like I said, the attitude. First fall camp that I've been through that we've had 0 people quit. 0. Maybe we're not. No, I think we've been about as tough as we've always have been. So we've had 0 people quit. There's been nobody that's been suspended for the first game. We set I think since I've been here, a record for our team GPA. So we're having more guys. It's just showing a little bit more of a buy-in and more maturity. And while those things don't directly impact that scoreboard, those are foundational points that start to lead to better scoreboards.